Good morning, everyone. We're going to get started here. My name is Martin Spellacy, and the honor of serving with the American Legion here in Holliston. On behalf of all the members of the American Legion Post 47, welcome to the 2024 Holliston Public Safety 9/11 Awards. We'll be honoring members of the public safety community with the American Legion Medal of Merit in recognition of their exceptional service to the town of Holliston. Before we start, though, I'd ask everyone to rise as we render honors to our country with the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by taps and then a prayer. With that, I'll turn over to our Sergeant of Arms to lead us. Thank you, Joe. At this time, I'll ask Ron to come up as our chaplain and offer a prayer.
Uncover. Lord, please protect the brave men and women in our community who serve as police, firefighters, and paramedics. Please guide these men and women and help equip them mentally, physically, and spiritually to confront the scenes and scenarios set before them. Amen.
Since this is, please take your seats. Thank you. You can stand through the whole thing, but that might be a little uncomfortable. So technically, this is our monthly meeting, so we actually are in a forum. So in order for us to proceed to the committee, I need to ask someone to make a motion. Steve? Do I hear a second? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Okay, thank you very much. Before we go forward, I do want to thank Steve Bradford and Walter McGrath. They were the committee that put this all together. They've done this for many years, and they do a wonderful job. So thank you both gentlemen for your help on this. Also, I just want to point out, as you know, a couple years ago, we dedicated the Iran-Afghan War Memorial down in Blair Square. And so we have wonderful pictures along with the names on the memorial up here. There's a stack up here. If anyone would like to take that, feel free to do so. Before proceeding, though, I would like to thank Holliston Cable Television and the Holliston Reporter for their invaluable coverage of this year's event. Your support is instrumental, and we greatly appreciate it. We are very honored to have elected officials here today joining us. I'm sorry, I have to put my glasses on. This is very embarrassing. Joining us in these proceedings. Your presence is a testament to your unwavering support and commitment to our community's safety and well-being. We're very grateful for your participation. I'd like to recognize Travis Ahern, our town administrator. Thank you, sir. Also, we're going to invite some of our folks here to come up in a second to talk. I'd like to first invite Holliston Select Vice Chairman Ben Sparwell to come up to give the formal greeting. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm Ben Sparrow. I'm the Vice Chair of the Select Board. Just wanted to say thank you for being here today. It's an honor to be here and to present these awards to those members of public safety who've gone above and beyond. I mean, for those of us who are not in public safety, when we interact with you, often it's one of our hardest days, and for you, it's another day at the job. So we're just really grateful and thankful. So on behalf of the Select Board and the town, thank you for doing what you do every day and going above and beyond every day to help us be safe and healthy. So we really appreciate it. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Next, I'd like to invite, from the office of the Massachusetts Senate President Karen Swalika, Susan Nicole to make a few comments.
Good morning. It's always an honor to be here to represent Karen Spilka, your Senate President. I'm Susan Nickel. It's always so interesting to come to these things in Holliston and realize what you all might not know is Holliston is really one of the few communities that makes such an effort to really honor those who are serving every day, as well as to honor those who served in 9/11. Our office represents Ashland, Framingham, Medway, Holliston, Hopkinton, and Natick, and I have the honor of going to all those towns pretty much all day, every day. I'll see a lot of you at Celebrate Holliston, and really what your American Legion does here is really unique. We're here Memorial Day, Veterans Day, and this, like I say, is a really unique event to remember those who are serving every day. And of course, you referred to the war monuments at Blair Square. So it's a wonderful community to be in, and I'm really happy to be a part of it today. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Next, I'd like to invite our state representative, James Aaron DeRosa, to deliver his remarks.
Well, thank you so much. It's an honor to be with you this morning, and thanks to Steve and Walter and the American Legion for sponsoring this annual event, which is so important as we honor our first responders. You know, we talk about 9/11. We also had our own sort of tragic circumstance in 2013. And if you ever see videos from that, and it was, of course, horrible, but it's amazing what happened because you see the sea of humanity exiting the situation when the bombs went off. And then you see dozens of first responders just go right in to see what they could do. I actually have a friend who was off duty, but he was upstairs literally above the site. And the history of that situation is that so many lives were saved because of the amazing work done by first responders. So it's great that we honor you all. And specifically some individuals in a few moments. I just wanted to add two quick things that I hope to do as a legislator. We have learned that PFAS in the firefighting equipment and in the foam is not good. We didn't know that years ago, and we're doing all we can. We passed a bill to support, the cancer rates are really high for firefighters, and I'm really concerned about that. But we have to do two things. We want to get funds to communities that sponsored the firefighting academies, and with all the foam, but also we want to make sure that every community, I'm going to check with my fire chiefs, with Chief Cassidy and the others around here, there's going to be funding, hopefully. I'm certainly supporting it. I met with the fire marshal, and I told him I would absolutely support it. We need to replace the gear in all of our departments to make sure it's safe. And the other is just a quick note, because I still remember the very first time I met with Chief Stone. He said, James, he said, most of my officers can't afford to live in Holliston, especially the young ones. We have got to do more. And I know that my gripe with the MBTA Housing Act, which I wasn't there when it got passed, is that it doesn't require anything. It doesn't say we're going to help seniors or first responders or veterans or low income. I mean, it's just you have to build more housing, which of course will help, but I wish it had been done in a way that was also going to help those. We want to build our community and keep the people who serve us every day as close to Holliston, if they so choose to live here. So anyway, it's just an honor to serve this town. I enjoy working with all of you, and please let me know anything I can do in the months and years ahead. Thank you very, very much.
I've asked the Holliston Police Department Lieutenant James Barrett, representing Chief Stone, for his remarks.
Good morning, everybody. Chief Stone couldn't be here, so I'm pinch hitting for him. I do not have any prepared remarks, except to say congratulations to the award recipients this morning. The police department, as you know, the men and women of the Holliston Police Department do respond collaboratively to every emergency that occurs in the community, and it's truly an honor to be asked to speak here today, even though there are no awards being issued to any police officers this year. There were awards issued last year. Just to remind you all that, every day, 365 days a year, we respond to a lot of difficult calls and challenging incidents throughout the year regularly. And if I could give an award to the men and women of the Holliston Police Department, as well as other members of public safety every single day, I would, to acknowledge their sacrifice for our community and on behalf of all of you. So on behalf of Chief Stone and the Holliston Police Department, congratulations to the 9/11 award recipients today. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Lieutenant, and thank you all for your remarks. Greatly appreciated. There's one group, though, that I do want to personally thank as well. They don't always get the awards and recognition that they deserve. That's, of course, the families. When our young firefighters and police officers and EMTs respond, they usually have a family at home with young kids, etc. And when they respond, and we say this in the Army all the time, when the soldier deploys, the family deploys. So before I forget, I just want to make sure we recognize all the family members for your incredible support and in allowing your loved ones to serve us. So thank you very much. So the recipients of the prestigious American Legion Medal of Merit were chosen based on the recommendations of Chief Cassidy of the Holliston Fire Department and Chief Stone of the Holliston Police Department. They do it jointly, and they talk about each other's departments because, as the lieutenant mentioned, they deploy together as a team. When we hear those sirens at night, it's not just the fire, it's also police and vice versa. The selection process involved a thorough review of the service records and the impact that the selectees' actions had on the community. The reward recognizes the exceptional service over the past year, including individual acts of courage and dedications to the citizens of Holliston and maintaining the highest levels of professional conduct. The ceremony is a powerful reminder of the dedicated public safety team members committed to our safety and security of our community. I now ask Walter McGrath and representatives from Holliston Fire Department to come forward as we begin the formal proceedings to present this year's recipients. I have the following individuals post to my left. EMT Keremy Kempton, EMT Michael Murphy, EMT Mark McDonald, paramedic Paul Weston. Following is a citation for the presentation of the Medal of Merit for all four recipients. The on-duty ambulance crew responded at 10:20 a.m. on Friday, March 1st, 2024, to a medical emergency on Washington Street. Upon arrival, the crew began treating a pedestrian suffering from a traumatic injury after being struck by a motor vehicle. This crew stabilized the patient, and along with paramedics from Ashland Fire Department on board the ambulance, performed ALS intervention, rapidly transporting the patient to a landing zone. Care of the patient was transferred to the flight crew of the Boston Med Flight for transport by helicopter to the trauma center in Boston. The quick action of this crew is key to the patients receiving critical care in the pre-hospital setting and the air medical transport to the appropriate receiving facility. Their actions reflect highly upon themselves, the Holliston Fire Department, and the town of Holliston. Thank you. So if we can clap for that, I think. So in addition to the American Legion Award, our state elected officials also present them certificates from our state government. Thank you. Sure. I just have some closing comments. Once we're done here, we're going to do group pictures with the representatives, and then we'd ask the family to come up as well. So thank you again for attending the event. I urge you to always remember that the invaluable service that all our public safety members provide to our community. I also want to put a plug in for November 11th, which is Veterans Day here in Holliston. If you're around, we have a celebration. We'd certainly like to welcome all of you to be part of that. We have a parade and and then a presentation here at Town Hall as well. So again, finally, all the participants, thank you so much for being here. We'd ask you to, after the formal part of the ceremony is over, to hang around and please socialize and get to meet our awardees. Thank you very much. With that.